Welcome to my channel, where I share horror stories. Today, we're diving into the horror world of girls' hostels, where secrets lurk in the shadows and unseen forces play their tricks. Join me as I unravel 3 chilling narratives that will send shivers down your spine and leave you questioning what lies beyond the veil of reality. Story number 1. Bessemer, a quaint town nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery, was home to St. Catherine's College, a prestigious institution known for its academic excellence and serene atmosphere. Jennifer Lynn, a bright-eyed and ambitious young woman, had left her hometown to pursue her dreams at St. Catherine. Little did she know that the tranquil facade of the college harbored a sinister secret, a chilling tale that would forever alter her life. Jennifer, along with her close friends Emily, Sarah, and Jessica, had been assigned to a room on the 3rd floor of the aging dormitory. Rumors of hauntings and paranormal occurrences had long swirled around the building, whispered among students and dismissed as mere superstition. However, Jennifer and her friends were soon to discover that these tales were far from mere fables. It began with subtle signs, a fleeting shadow in the corner of their eye, a whisper that seemed to echo from the depths of the building. Then came the more pronounced occurrences, objects moving on their own, doors creaking open and slamming shut, and an unsettling chill that permeated the air. One stormy night, as the wind howled outside and rain lashed against the windows, Jennifer and her friends gathered in their room, their hearts pounding with fear. They had heard rumors of a ghostly figure, a woman in a white nightgown who was said to roam the halls of the dormitory, seeking vengeance for a tragic past. As the night deepened, the whispers grew louder, the shadows more pronounced, and then they saw her, a spectral figure, her face pale and contorted, her eyes burning with an otherworldly fury. The woman materialized before them, her presence filling the room with an icy dread. Panic seized Jennifer and her friends, their screams echoing through the silent corridors. The ghostly woman lunged towards them, her touch as cold as death itself. Fear turned to desperation, and one of their friends, Emily, a young woman known for her quick wit and courage, fought back. Emily, armed with a makeshift weapon, a heavy metal bookend, swung at the spectral figure, her cries piercing the night. The woman recoiled, her form shimmering and fading. In the ensuing chaos, the woman vanished, leaving behind an eerie silence. Jennifer and her friends, shaken to their core, collapsed onto the floor, their bodies trembling with fear. They had faced the supernatural, and it had left an indelible mark on their souls. The following day, news of their encounter spread like wildfire throughout the college. The once skeptical students were now gripped by fear, their once peaceful sanctuary tainted by the presence of the vengeful spirit. Determined to rid the dormitory of the malevolent entity, Emily, with the help of her friends, delved into the history of the college, uncovering a tale of a young woman who had tragically lost her life within the walls of the building. They learned of her unfulfilled dreams, her shattered hopes, and the lingering anger that fueled her ghostly existence. With newfound determination, Emily devised a plan to appease the restless spirit. They gathered objects that held significance to the woman in her life, a music box that played her favorite melody, a worn-out book of poetry, and a delicate locket containing a lock of her hair. As the night fell, they placed these items in the center of their room, creating a makeshift altar. They spoke to the woman's spirit, acknowledging her pain and offering her peace. Their voices echoed through the room, filled with compassion and understanding. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles that illuminated their makeshift altar. The room plunged into darkness, and an eerie silence descended. Then, a soft glow emanated from the altar, revealing the spectral figure standing amidst the objects. Her face, once contorted in anger, now held a glimmer of serenity. She looked at Emily and her friends, her eyes filled with gratitude. With a gentle nod, she turned and faded away, leaving behind a lingering warmth and the faint scent of lavender. The dormitory was never the same again, but the terror that had gripped its inhabitants was replaced by a sense of calm. Jennifer and her friends had confronted their fears and found a way to bring peace to a troubled spirit. Their tale became a legend whispered among the students. Story number 2. Linda Susan, a cheerful and optimistic young woman, eagerly awaited her first year at college in California. She had always dreamed of attending this prestigious institution, brimming with academic opportunities and a vibrant campus life. The prospect of living in a girls' hostel filled her with excitement, a chance to forge new friendships and create unforgettable memories. However, little did she know that her idyllic dream would soon transform into a chilling nightmare. Linda's enthusiasm quickly waned as she stepped into the imposing structure of the girls' hostel, its weathered exterior casting an eerie shadow over the surroundings. An air of silence hung heavy, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards beneath her feet. The hostel's caretaker, a stern-faced woman with an unsettling smile, merely handed her a key and disappeared into the depths of the building. As Linda settled into her room, a sense of unease crept over her. The room's decor was outdated and faded, the walls adorned with old portraits that seemed to follow her every move. A strange chill permeated the air, causing her to shiver uncontrollably. The first night in the hostel was a restless one for Linda. Strange noises echoed through the corridors, doors slammed shut of their own accord, and whispers seemed to dance on the edge of her hearing. She tried to convince herself it was just her imagination, but the unsettling feeling persisted. As the days turned into weeks, Linda's fears intensified. She began to notice strange occurrences that defied explanation. Objects would vanish and reappear in unexpected places. Lights would flicker ominously, and shadows seemed to morph into grotesque shapes. Linda's fellow hostel residents were no source of comfort. They were a reclusive bunch, rarely venturing out of their rooms and shrouded in an air of mystery. Their whispers and hushed conversations only fueled Linda's growing terror. One night, as Linda lay trembling in her bed, a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. She bolted upright, her heart pounding in her chest. The scream had come from the room next to hers, the room that had remained vacant since the day she arrived. Linda's courage failed her. She dared not investigate the source of the scream, her mind conjuring up images of unspeakable horrors lurking behind the locked door. She spent the rest of the night huddled under her blankets, her imagination running wild. The following day, the hostel was abuzz with rumors about the scream. However, no one seemed particularly concerned, treating it as a mere anomaly in the hostel's already eerie atmosphere. Linda, however, couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister was at play. As the weeks progressed, Linda's mental state deteriorated. She became increasingly paranoid, constantly looking over her shoulder and fearing for her safety. The once cheerful and optimistic young woman was now a shadow of her former self, plagued by nightmares and haunted by the supernatural occurrences that plagued the hostel. One evening, as Linda sat alone in the common room, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was the stern-faced caretaker, her smile now a twisted mockery of kindness. She approached Linda, her eyes glowing with an unnatural light. "You've seen too much, Linda," the caretaker hissed, her voice dripping with malice. "You've uncovered the secrets of this hostel, and now you must pay the price." Linda tried to scream, but her voice was trapped in her throat. The caretaker reached out, her icy touch sending shivers down Linda's spine. Linda's vision blurred, and the room began to spin. Then, everything went dark. The girls' hostel in California stood as a silent monument to the horror that had transpired within its walls. Linda Susan, the once vibrant and hopeful young woman, was never seen again. Her disappearance remains a mystery, a chilling reminder of the dark secrets that lurked beneath the hostel's seemingly ordinary facade. As for the hostel itself, it was eventually abandoned, its doors sealed shut, a haunting reminder of the tragic events that had unfolded within its walls. The chilling tale of Linda Susan became a cautionary whisper among the locals, a warning to those who dared to venture into the haunted hostel. Story number 3. Nestled amidst the bustling city of Washington stood the antiquated Washington Girls' Hostel, a towering structure shrouded in an air of mystery and dread. Its weathered walls and dimly lit corridors whispered tales of past tragedies and ghostly apparitions, casting a pall of fear over its inhabitants. Barbara Jane, a bright-eyed college student, arrived at the hostel with a sense of anticipation and curiosity. Undeterred by the ominous rumors that swirled around the building, she eagerly settled into her dorm room, ready to embrace the thrill of living in a place steeped in local folklore. As the days turned into weeks, Barbara quickly formed a close bond with her fellow residents, sharing laughter, secrets, and dreams under the watchful gaze of the hostel's ancient walls. The hostel became their sanctuary, a place where they could escape the pressures of their studies and forge a sisterhood that transcended their individual differences. One chilly autumn night, as the wind howled outside and the rain lashed against the windows, an unsettling silence descended upon the hostel. The usual chatter and laughter of the girls had vanished, replaced by an eerie stillness that sent shivers down their spines. As the clock struck midnight, an inexplicable force seemed to grip the hostel, causing the lights to flicker ominously and the doors to creak open and slam shut with unseen force. The girls huddled together in their rooms, their hearts pounding in unison as they listened to the strange noises that echoed through the corridors. Suddenly, a violent banging erupted from the end of the hallway, startling the girls from their uneasy slumber. Fear gripped their hearts as they exchanged terrified glances, each one dreading the unknown that lurked just beyond their doors. With trembling hands, Barbara and her friends cautiously ventured into the hallway, their breaths catching in their throats as they witnessed a sight that defied all rational explanation. A group of spectral figures, their forms swirling with an otherworldly glow, emerged from the darkness, their eyes burning with an eerie luminescence. The spectral figures advanced upon the terrified girls, their movements fluid and unnatural. Their touch was icy cold, sending shivers down the spines of their victims as they dragged them away into the depths of the hostel, their screams echoing through the night. One by one, the girls disappeared into the darkness, their cries swallowed up by the oppressive silence that had once again settled upon the hostel. Barbara, the only one left, watched in horror as her friends were snatched away, her heart pounding in her chest as she realized she was the next target. With a surge of adrenaline coursing through her veins, Barbara turned and fled, her footsteps echoing through the labyrinthine corridors of the hostel. She could hear the spectral figures in hot pursuit, their chilling laughter echoing behind her, urging her to run faster, to escape their clutches. Barbara's desperate flight led her to a hidden chamber deep within the hostel's bowels, a forgotten room that time had seemingly overlooked. As she entered, a sense of impending doom washed over her, but she had no choice but to seek refuge within its confines. Cowering in the darkness, Barbara listened as the spectral figures searched for her, their voices growing closer with every passing moment. She felt the icy touch of their presence brush against her skin, sending a wave of terror through her body. Just as she thought all hope was lost, a faint glow emanated from the depths of the chamber, revealing an ancient tome hidden amidst the dust and cobwebs. With trembling hands, Barbara reached for the book, its pages whispering secrets of forgotten rituals and ancient powers. As she delved into the book's cryptic contents, Barbara stumbled upon a passage that spoke of a way to banish the spectral figures and cleanse the hostel of their malevolent presence. With a newfound determination, she began to recite the incantation, her voice echoing through the chamber as she summoned the power to break the curse that had plagued the hostel for generations. A blinding light erupted from the tome, engulfing Barbara and the spectral figures in its radiance. The air crackled with energy as the ancient forces clashed, the very fabric of the hostel trembling under the weight of their power. When the light finally faded, the spectral figures had vanished, their presence forever banished from the hostel. Barbara stood amidst the ruins of the chamber, her body drained but her spirit unbroken. She had faced her fears and emerged victorious, freeing the hostel from the clutches of darkness and restoring peace to its inhabitants. Thanks for watching my video about girls' hostel horror stories. I hope you enjoyed the tales and found them spine-tingling. If you did, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more horror videos. Until next time, stay safe and sleep with one eye open.